All right, it's the Sports Wire here. Sunday.
Hello.
What's the date?
7th.
October 7th. We're live from Tony Pepperoni in Rancho Bernardo. Our first on-site Sports Wire. You're filling in for the lovely Sax, who I think is under the weather. Is that a good? I don't know if he's under the weather. I think he just doesn't like being outdoors, so getting him out here was kind of rough.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week. Oh, he's in Cabo, right? Vacation boy.
Fill in or permanent, one or the other.
We never know, right? What if we land a deal here?
If we land a deal, then some sponsorship, some free pizza.
ESPN? You think ESPN will be out here doing something?
Maybe. I mean, as long as you're allowed out of the house, I think we're okay.
But I think I like the environment here. It's not too crazy. There's families. There's TVs. There's beers, of course. I was like awkward, like cheers moment.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, there's something covering
There's
my
football. There's sports. I mean, this is Dad Central, Rancho Bernardo. But they have 3 locations. So Oceanside, I'm sure that one's a little bit more hip. And then something in Orange County.
face. Okay.
So I think this is just for the dads out there, bro. Welcome to Dadville.
This might be Dadville.
Thank you.
You take a look around this place, and there's some moms, but
There's
for the
some
most
moms.
part, it's definitely guys in football jerseys trying to escape yard work on a Sunday.
Yes. Most of us don't have yards anymore.
Definitely not in San Diego.
Yeah, that's not smart to have a yard in San Diego. And if you do,
Turf it.
you need turf. Exactly. I know a good turf distributor here in San Diego. It's called my brother-in-law, and I get a pretty good deal on it, okay?
All right.
$1.25, I think, a square foot. Don't quote me. But that's pretty good.
You heard it first.
Sports Wire.
You heard it first.
Sleeve and Massieh. Did you watch the fight last night?
I did.
Oh, lucky you. You actually paid for it, or what happened?
My buddy that I work with, we decided to get it last minute.
Oh, nice.
We were mulling around the idea of going somewhere, and neither of us wanted to.
So was it interesting? I mean, I didn't get to watch it because dad duties. And the fight seemed to start late. I don't think the main event started until about 9:30.
It started at 9:30. We were caught off guard. We thought it would be more like 10.
Yeah. Oh, really? You thought it would be later?
Yeah. But I think this is the biggest fight UFC's had in a little while. I think partially because Conor Mcgreggor is so good at...
Who?
Conor McGregor.
Is
so
he-
good at publicizing himself.
I think he went too far this time. Do you think so? Do you think he went too far with the insults? Apparently, because Khabib didn't love the insults at all.
He was a guy who was... it was apparent that he was not taking the conversation as conversation. He took it to heart.
He took it way... I don't think anyone gave him the memo that, hey, this is what Conor does. Because Floyd
maybe-
Mayweather took it, and he took it in stride. He made fun of his dad, made fun of his spelling, made fun of his lavish lifestyle. No bad blood. He knew what was going on. But
Well,
Khabib, man, that was nuts.
That's-
Jumping out of the octagon?
That's McGregor though. McGregor is or Mayweather, excuse me. Mayweather is a showman on his own.
He knows, right?
You know, he's there to. He realizes the more hype, the more viewers, the more money. Like that's.
So
He
they're
gets
saying
it.
it's a $100 million payday for McGregor again. And Khabib didn't get his check because of what he did. They're withholding it pending further investigation. But do you think Khabib was wrong in jumping over the octagon ring? Or is that a ring? I don't know what they call it.
The octagon.
Yes. Is he wrong in attacking whoever he attacked? I think it was one of McGregor's trainers, right? Talking trash.
The jiu-jitsu coach.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. I think that.
He was
The
wrong
fight.
because that's not the place to do it, or just not part of the rules, or I mean, it was a fight, right? Street fight? No.
He's not a fighter. He's a coach. He didn't.
He is a fighter,
Right, but he's not like
not in that fight.
not a combat participant in that situation.
Yes, correct. But depending on what he said, do you think Khabib was wrong?
Yeah.
He should have done it where? Never, ever?
I mean,
Outside?
not on TV.
He must have been really passionate. And this is one thing I really like about Khabib is the passion. He was really into whooping Conor's ass, and I think he did a great job of controlling the fight. I watched it this morning on YouTube. Thanks whoever posted it on YouTube. But I got to watch every single second of it for free, so I feel bad for you guys who paid $64.99 for it. I heard it was worth it. But what did you see in the fight from Khabib and from Conor?
Conor had a chance to win.
When? What round? He looks slow.
No, he just used the first 2 rounds to try to let Khabib tire himself out, and I agreed. Like, Khabib, third round came out, didn't have the energy that he had the first 2 rounds. And it was apparent that, like, Conor let him basically just go to town on him and kind of played defense. But Khabib definitely didn't come out in the third round with the same luster that he did.
Yeah, he stood up a lot more, right? He boxed him
He
for
tried,
some reason.
He had to go more technical because he lost that
the steam.
initial energy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he was gassed because he
didn't look gassed.
No, but I
just,
think that he didn't have that, wildly swinging ability like he did in the first and second rounds. And so, with that said, Conor McGregor needed to try to do something because if that fight went the distance,
he was losing.
He lost based on the first 2 rounds because of.
Oh, it looks like your wings are here. Tell the audience about your wings.
We're good, thank you. So
we're live, guys, so this is the best part about this.
These wings are apparently. I went up to the. Let's deter from the Conor McGregor story. I went up to the counter and I was like, "We get some wings," and she was like, "Barbecue or buffalo?" I said, "Half and half," and she's like, "Do you mean both of the sauces in the same dish?" And I was like, "Do people actually do that?"
It sounds delicious.
She's like, "All the time." I said, "So that's basically barbecue buffalo wings." She's like, "Yeah." So let's do it.
Makes sense. And so, is that what we have here?
That's what we have here. Tony Pepperoni.
Tony Pepperoni. Rancho Bernardo, for all you old people out there who want to come out here. I think it's a perfect location. I'm biased because I live down the street, and Ethan had to drive out here.
We got an
overtime victory for the Browns. Wow. They've won 2 games this year.
2.5.
That's amazing considering their track record, and they beat the Ravens, which is even
a culture change.
Yeah.
Did you watch Hard Knocks at all this year?
I did not. I do not watch Hard Knocks.
It all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm about to have one of these wings. Appreciate it. What were we talking about? Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
The one thing that stood out to me was Joe Rogan's commentary. Wasn't it like real? Like the other guys were trying to pump up Conor, and Joe's like, no, he's fucking not doing anything, guys. He's sitting there taking it because he doesn't know what to do. And I thought that was just real. Like in boxing, you don't see it. In the NFL, you don't see it. Joe Rogan was, and I'm biased again because Joe Rogan, top 5 podcasts that I listen to every week. But was his commentary spot on? I don't think Conor was prepared for this ground and pound game.
Maybe. I mean, Conor, first of all, Joe Rogan thinks every fighter is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC.
Yeah, he does.
Pound for pound, the best out there.
He's in great shape, Joe. I looked at him, I was like, damn, he's like 50, and he's pretty ripped.
He's over there. He does jiu-jitsu, and
he does
smokes
everything.
weed, and that's his life. And then he does podcasts, and he made a lot of money off of Fear Factor.
I forgot about Fear Factor. That was his life, right?
Yeah, he made a lot of money off that.
Okay, so while I'm eating my wings here, delicious, by the way. Great call.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Cool.
So Conor, the underdog, obviously looked like the underdog the entire time. Had no shot in winning this game.
Yeah. You know, I feel like if Conor could have found a way to make it's tough. Like I was talking about this with my buddy last night. Like a wrestler is the hardest
person to go against, right?
Yeah. Because if you like to fight standing up, the wrestler has the takedown ability.
And that's what happened with Diaz, right? When he fought him 3 or 4 years ago.
Right. But no, Diaz, he won the first one, and then he had to do a major cut the second one to Conor's weight class. But he's a jiu-jitsu guy, so he doesn't have the takedown ability. It's like once he's down, right? But a wrestler, that's part of the whole deal is taking people down. And you get points with takedowns. And then obviously after that, Khabib has that Chuck Liddell, like forearm, hammer fist, ground and pound.
He controlled the ground game very well.
Yeah.
Right? And Conor had no clue what to do. I don't think he was ready.
He's a striker.
Yeah. He wanted it to be the third round, the whole fight. But Khabib knew he wasn't going to stand up and pound for pound him.
Right.
But you can't.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. In a nutshell, the aftermath was more exciting than the actual fight for some people. Do we see a round 2? Conor's already tweeted It's 2008, so you can tweet after the fight. Back in my days, we're pretty old, but you didn't have to tweet it. You would have to wait 2 weeks to announce that you want a rematch and all that shit. But Conor wants a rematch. Would you pay $64.99 for the rematch?
Maybe. The Conor.
I don't think so. I mean, it was just a boring fight.
The Conor.
Trains.
Somehow he made it clear that he's up to his skill or whatever.
All right, we got our pizza.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys need some Parmesan or ranch?
I'm good.
Thank you. Damn. Full service. Oh shit. Choking on
buffalo catches it in the throat. We're like eating wings on live Facebook, right?
For sure. Sax, if you're out there, you're missing out, man. You're missing out. So I wouldn't watch the fight. I wouldn't pay for it, at least. But I know they created some bad blood to hype it up for fight number 2.
Is that because you got it for free on YouTube this morning?
YouTube's awesome, man. I've never even,
You want to learn how to build a truck? YouTube.
You want to do anything, YouTube. This podcast brought to you by YouTube.
Cheers.
And Tony Pepperoni. Well, not yet. They haven't really committed to a
They
sponsorship.
will. They
yet.
don't know, but they will.
Good beer. What beer? Is this our beer of the week? Should we try a different beer every week? This is my favorite beer of all time.
What is it?
I think it's called the 394 or 395.
That's not what that is.
The AleSmith.
That's not what that is.
Oh,
I
you
realized
switched it?
Yeah.
Oh, you switched it on me?
That's Elysian Space Dust.
By who?
Elysian?
Oh, that's a beer?
Yeah, Elysian.
A brand?
Space Dust IPA.
Nice. Look at it. He switched it up on me. Didn't even tell me.
We're going to get Josh's gout flying up here.
Thanks. I got pills for that. Don't worry. All right. Next on the list, your favorite. Baseball. Look, before we get there, oh shit, interception. Jacksonville by a lineman, pick 6. Flag on the play though. Oh, that was a replay.
Yeah,
I got
the
excited.
game's over.
I got excited. Is this the best time of the year as a sports fan?
Yeah.
You have football. You have preseason, which we'll get into, NBA. You have hockey preseason, which you'll get into.
Yeah.
You have baseball playoffs. And you have some of the best UFC and boxing fights coming up. Best time to be a sports fan? My short answer is hell yeah.
Yeah.
Into the mic, please, sir. It's okay, man. Only like 6 people watch this.
Let me get that napkin over there, please. Yeah, big time. I think there's really no playoffs better than baseball playoffs.
I agree. Football one's too slow. The NBA's too long.
It's just,
Hockey, I don't even know
in
what
terms of the tension, you can feel it on every pitch.
And they introduced this wild card game, 4 or 5 years ago, to add
6, I think. Yeah.
to add to the tension, which
It works.
that 1-game playoff is pretty intense.
It's huge.
Yeah. I think it's the only game I really watched in its entirety because I was so nervous to see who would win, and nervous for you because your Oakland A's were there. Let's talk about that game.
All right.
We knew that the A's had to keep,
Uphill battle.
Yeah, we knew going in. The Yankees are just a tough team to face any given year.
I don't know about Yankees so much as Yankee Stadium. Yankees are tough, but they're not unbeatable.
They had a good game yesterday.
Yankees play in a Little League field, first of all. The left and right fences are 312.
We could technically take it out in Yankee Stadium
Yes.
if we did batting practice. There.
Yes. We should come back to that.
We'll talk
by
about
the
that,
way.
yeah. So, your A's lost.
Right.
Are the Yankees the team to beat now?
No, not a chance.
You think the Yankees are going to just ruin in this first series against the Red Sox?
Ruin or be ruined?
Be ruined. Sorry.
Yes. I think it's about matchups.
Okay. And
What do you think about a series versus a one game is it's about matchups. So
I don't know what just happened.
the Red Sox match up better against the Yankees. They just do.
The Red Sox do. But how come it's 1-1? The bats are too hard to contain.
I mean,
I think.
But that's the beauty of baseball is the starting pitcher is such a big deal. You can't start the same guy 5 nights.
David Price, I saw this stat on him. 0-11 as a starting pitcher in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Why would anyone start him?
He's due.
I don't know if he's due. I think he's in there. He's brain fucked.
You're saying he's due not?
I mean, I just wouldn't. I mean, bring him from the bullpen, maybe inning number 5 or 6 if you have to, but I don't think he's a starting pitcher made for the playoffs. It's apparent he's 0-11. Yesterday did not do so well as well. That's on an echo, folks. I just said it multiple times. Can I get some pizza over here? Tony Pepperoni.
Some Tony Pepperoni pizza?
Give me a plate, bro. Focus. We're live. Ethan is bringing the whole pizza to me. Look at this thing. Oh, man. I'm going to grab 2 because it feels like this is like an event.
It's kind of warm. Let's be a little faster about this.
I'm done. Tony Pepperoni. What did we order here?
Pepperoni and olive.
Pepperoni and black olive.
When at Tony Pepperoni.
Yeah.
I feel like you ordered pepperoni.
Oh, man. Not bad.
I think it's tough to say. I think the Indians will be beat by the Astros.
Easily, right?
I don't know about easily, but I think that
it looks like they're just manhandling them from top to bottom.
And Kluber was the one that was supposed to be the easy game, and he got rocked. So, I think the Astros will move on. Part of me thinks the Astros might beat the Red Sox.
I personally think the Yankees are going to take the Red Sox down.
I don't think so at all.
We'll see.
I think Price is.
And I think Houston obviously gets a clear path to the Yankees, and then that's going to be a good series. But I don't think the Yankees have what it takes.
That's a rematch. That's an ALCS rematch.
Yeah.
I think that Eovaldi or whatever his name is, he was a good pickup. From the Rays for the Red Sox. He spreads out their lineup.
The Red Sox did very good this offseason in terms of pickups.
It's crazy. The Red Sox, JD Martinez is an anomaly. I don't understand how somebody in this era can hit 330 and be second in home runs in MLB. First in home runs was Chris Davis, Oakland A's. I just had to throw it out there. But he hit 250. And the guys below him, like Judge, Stanton, they're all like 260, 270, 250. But somehow JD Martinez hits like 43, 44 home runs and hits a 330 batting average. How's that even possible? How can you swing for the fences all the time, but also put the ball in play?
Does he swing for the fences all the time? I think he's like a Tony Gwynn, but with that extra power.
But how, though? Like, how can you not swing for the fences all the time? But
I can't
also
tell you how.
Like, you can't just take rips out there whenever you take rips and just have them all connect. Like, you have to,
you have to be more strict. Yeah. How many times has he struck out? Do you know? Where's our stat tracker? We have a stat tracker. Oh, it's called Google. It's called Siri.
To the Google.
But that's a big thing. I mean, if he can cover the plate every single at bat, and he's still not striking out a lot, that means he's making contact a lot, and he's doing
330? That's crazy.
That's awesome.
For a home run hitter, that's just insane.
I'm a Padre fan, so I would love someone, just one person who's 330. Doesn't even have to hit home runs. Just be 330.
That's easy. I mean, it's not easy, but
tell
like,
the Padres that, because we don't have anyone.
All right. Your 330 hitter is Joe Mauer.
Okay.
Not a lot of power, right? Gets on base a
contact.
ton.
Yeah.
What?
Makes contact.
All the time.
Finds a hole.
Singles and doubles all the time. Joe Mauer. But he maybe has some RBIs, but he's not what you'd call a dangerous hitter, right?
Yeah, you're not freaking out. You are with men on base.
Yeah.
You don't want him on base with men on base.
Yes. Yeah. But he's not gonna. They always talk about baseball. They always talk about giving up the one run. Like, you can give up the one run, right? But the home run hitters are dangerous when there's men on base and they come on, right? And you're in danger of losing 3 or 4 at a time. 2 or 3 or 4.
So what do you do when a guy like Judge comes up to the plate with a runner on? You walk him?
No, but you walk him cautiously.
Say that again?
You walk him cautiously.
So you pitch to him cautiously, right?
Yeah.
But he's going.
You don't throw him anything that he can hit. But that whole lineup
But
is tough.
he strikes out a lot.
Not as much as Stanton does.
Stanton's just all power.
Stanton is your Joey Gallo of the New York Yankees.
And he's having a hard time adjusting to I don't know what, but he's not the same Stanton he was the last 4 years. Injuries and whatnot, new team, new division. He's just not the same.
Getting hit in the face.
That too. Yeah.
He got so mad in a series that I watched one time because someone like pitched him inside.
It's scary, man. We're supposed to talk about our batting practice. I mean, I was scared, and that ball was going 45, 50.
I wasn't scared.
I was scared.
My hands still hurt.
My face is too pretty for any bruises. That's all I got left in my face.
What does that mean? What did you have to start with?
I have my body, my money. That's all I got left. Anyways, batting practice. Oh, baseball. Let's finish baseball.
Okay.
Who's your pick for the World Series? Give me your World Series matchup.
I told you, you laughed me out of the building 2 weeks ago or last week or whatever it was when I told you my NL team.
You said the Rockies, right?
No,
or the Brewers.
I said the Brewers. And the Brewers won.
They're 2-0 right
and
now.
then they put the smackdown on the Rockies so far. But you laughed me out of the building when I told you that.
But I just don't think they're going to make it to the World Series. Do you?
I don't see why not.
You got the Dodgers.
They have the pitching. No, I think they're deeper. I think they're. Who do you have? You have Maeda, Kenji Maeda, and then you have Rich Hill, who, depending on how his curve goes, is either good or is either unstoppable or not good because he's throwing his curve at like 75, 85 tops.
So
And then you have Kershaw.
Let me get this straight. You're saying the Brewers, who haven't been to the World Series since...
I said this last week. I was like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like the Brewers look great, and Yelich is.
So you're saying the Brewers are going to make it to the World Series? We were there, what, 2 years ago? A year ago? They were a decent team. They just couldn't put it all
Just to
together.
clarify, we were not at the World Series a few years ago. We were in Milwaukee a few years ago.
I didn't want to admit that. I forgot there was a Charger game on. Did we forget about the Chargers? Chargers are playing right now.
I don't care.
Yeah, no one cares about the Chargers anymore.
No.
But they are playing the Raiders. We are going to talk football eventually because it is football Sunday.
Right.
And we have 42 TVs just playing football games.
We have 21.
21 flat screens.
Half of that.
Here at Tony Pepperoni.
Yeah.
How can you make Tony Pepperoni better? All you can eat pizza? Mimosas? Sports wire every Sunday? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I like it. It's a cool setup. But
Because we're on the couch.
yeah. But the Brewers are not going to the World Series. Sorry, Pop. I got Dodgers this year winning it all. Obviously, you can quote that because it's all recorded. Dodgers, Yankees. Epic World Series. We'll be here in about 6 weeks. We're going to be watching World Series baseball and having a good old time. That's going to be a good series to watch if it happens. And it's crazy to think that it's going to take 6 weeks to get there, but I'll take it.
Brewers. I hate saying this, but Brewers Astros.
You think the Astros get back there, huh?
Everything in my heart tells me the Red Sox are better. But when I look at the fact that they added Garrett Cole, that makes the rest of their...
It just steps up there.
It just makes the rest of their pitching staff be able to get the rest that they need. Like, they don't have to, play Verlander 3 times or whatever. Like, Garrett Cole is legit.
So the Red Sox have no threat.
He's had a Cy Young year. Like, had it not have been for Snell in Tampa Bay, he might have, took the Cy Young.
So the Yankees and the Red Sox don't scare the Astros one bit. Are you saying this because you're...
Astros beat the Yankees last year.
Yeah, I know, but this year, I'm talking about this year.
I think the Red Sox are a better hitting team than they were last year.
Yeah, they picked up a couple people.
I think the rotation of the Astros is better than the rotation of the Red Sox.
The rotation of the Red Sox, or the Astros, is better than the Red Sox. That's what you just said?
I'll start over. I think that the hitting of the Red Sox is more dangerous than the hitting of any of those teams. I think the rotation of the Astros is the best of any of those teams.
So hitting versus pitching, who always wins?
Pitching.
Pitching.
Yeah.
So that's where you're going with the Astros.
Yeah.
Now you went to the Astros stadium this year, right?
Yeah.
How was that environment?
It's pretty rowdy.
Do you think the home field advantage in baseball is as effective as, say, the NFL?
What does that mean, home field advantage?
Well, playing at home. Like when you play it at home in the NFL, it gives you +3 automatically.
I'm going to say yes, but not for the reason that I think you're swinging at.
Okay. Good pun.
I think that playing at home in baseball is crucial in some places because of the shape of the park, how the park's designed. The crowd plays a role too, but it's not like football where it's the same width and the same length on every field.
Have you gone to a baseball playoff game?
I think one. I think I went to a Giants game when I was younger.
So back in the, I think, 98, when the Padres were, yeah. I went to every playoff game. Every single one. In the we were at Qualcomm, I think, back then.
Jack Murphy.
So the electricity was crazy. And that was the only, we had like 70,000 people in that stadium. And it was electric. Like, I don't think anyone could touch the electricity that we brought to that. I was like 12, but
I feel like it's the same way. But I feel like, okay, so here's what I'm saying. Parks like Oakland Coliseum, and in your reference, Jack Murphy Stadium, are football fields with huge foul ball territory and
Huge
big outfields.
yeah.
In that case, that's a pitcher's park, right? You don't need either.
And we had pitching in 98.
I mean, there's different styles, right? Like we picked up a great pitcher as an A's fan named Mike Fiers.
Who?
Mike Fiers.
Oh, okay.
He is a fly ball pitcher. In Yankee Stadium, that's a dangerous guy to start. But in the Oakland Coliseum, where there's a huge outfield, a huge like foul ball area, excuse me. That's a guy you want.
Okay.
But in Yankee Stadium, which is basically a little league field, there's a huge advantage
It's
for that.
not a little league field.
I
It was
disagree.
313, you said?
312,
But that was a left field court.
both sides.
Dead center,
I don't think it's 400, 360, 380 maybe.
but how come the opposing team doesn't capitalize on that?
I think the Yankees pitching is decent, and I don't think the Yankees beat people 2-1 all that often. I think that you need to score in volumes to beat the Yankees because their field is so short that. Well, here's the flip side of that, right? Because your field is so short, that means that the outfield can play shallow.
Because they can make up the ground.
And they know that if it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah. You
Right?
can take that risk-reward factor.
Yeah.
again.
So all your little bloopers by hitters aren't just falling there anymore in the shallow center, shallow right, shallow left. So that's the danger of a ballpark like that. I think that the electricity is great, but the fact that ballparks are so different, if the Reds ever make the playoffs and the Reds are great, it's over. Like, no team has a chance against the Reds because the Reds ballpark, from what I've read about that, is so shallow in all three of those fields. Like, it's insane.
But they don't. But they're not even competitive. They haven't made the playoffs in years.
If the Yankees played in the Reds ballpark
They would be the World Series champs
every year,
every year.
no one, the current Yankees, no one would ever beat them at home.
So, who are your picks? Astros, Brewers.
Astros over Brewers. I think it's tough to overcome.
Do you think the Brewers are going to make it?
I think it's tough to overcome Garrett Cole, Justin
If the
Verlander.
Brewers do make it, Astros do win. But I don't think the Astros or the Brewers will make it past the second round. They can't.
Why?
I
You
think the
Red
Astros,
Sox?
they're going to either get beat by the Red Sox or the Yankees. The Astros are still riding on their highs. I don't think they're all there mentally.
I think their lineup's pretty deep, man.
It is. They just have to show up. It's a different totem pole, right? They're on top. I don't think they're as hungry to defend that title as, say, the Yankees are to get to a new era, or the Red Sox.
I don't think they're in a defending position. I don't think they're that good.
Oh, really?
I think that they're going for it again, like everyone else is. Because I don't think that they're good enough to say we're defending the title. I mean, technically they are based on like what that means. Like,
Yeah.
they're not that good to have a challenger champion.
Same group of guys, same coaching staff for the most part.
Right.
I think just human development, people are coming into this thinking, hey, we're defending our title, where some other guy, some other team, Yankees, Red Sox, Dodgers, who have gone 6 straight years and not won shit, are going in saying, dude, we have to win it this year. Our window is closing. Where Houston's like, man, we already won. We want to win again, cool, but we don't have to.
I read some story that said Kershaw is going to the Rangers if they lose
Kershaw's
again.
not going anywhere.
If they win, if they win, he's going to the Rangers
Why?
because he's from Texas and he wants to play at home.
He's just played on the road, I guess, for 20 years.
But that's the thing I read is that if he wants to win in LA, so if he doesn't win in LA, he'll feel like he didn't accomplish it. But if he does win in LA, he's going to Texas.
I think that's a good career move for him.
I don't know.
Where'd you read that?
He's old. He's getting older. He wants to be at home.
But what's home when you're playing 182 games? You're not really at home.
You are if you play 80 of them.
But you're not really there. I mean, you're playing 3-game sets, 6-game sets. You're there for a week at a time.
I think you stay for 80 games out of 162. 81. You get to sleep at home every night. You get to see your kids. You get to
You can still do that in LA. His family probably lives with him.
probably.
Probably a better school district. I don't want to get too deep on this LA stuff. The traffic sucks. Oh, Ethan's going in for his first slice. A little late, but it's still delicious. Tony Pepperoni, Rancho Bernardo location. The Sports Wire with Sleeve and Massieh. We gotta remix that song. I don't know if we can do that real quick. I'll have to contact our rapper that we hired to make that happen. All right, so best time of the year.
Think?
I told you.
You've been flipping me the question. What do you think?
I told you. Yankees, Dodgers.
Why do you think? Excuse me, viewers. Why do you think, or listeners? Why do you think the Yankees are going to pass the Red Sox? Serious, straightforward question.
Just the bats. I think that lineup is too deep and too threatening, especially when, like you said, most of those games are on short porches. I mean,
right, but I don't think so. I think that Green Monster in right field disallows anybody to pull that ball.
yeah, but Sanchez ripped one 500 feet almost yesterday, 479,
Strikes out more than half the time.
with ease. He didn't even flinch. But those bats are more threatening, I think, than the pitching that the Red Sox have and that the Astros have as well. I like your picks. I'm selfish because I want a good throwback series. The Astros, to me, are the Houston Astrodomes in the NL. I never liked the move to the AL. I still don't understand it, to be honest with you.
Biggio?
Yeah.
They had to even out the division.
Biggio, Randy Johnson, fucking Nolan Ryan. That's the Astros.
Nolan Ryan.
Didn't he play for the Astros? Or Rangers?
Maybe for a couple of years, but Nolan Ryan is the Rangers lifer.
Does he own the Rangers? No, he's the general manager. I
He
think.
might.
Everyone owns
He's
someone.
in that staff.
The point is, I'm selfish. I want the Yankees Dodgers. I want that throwback series. I want that big market to capitalize on the opportunity they have. On this, I didn't know John Lynch was the 49ers general manager.
Yeah.
That's a Charger, Tampa Bay Buck, right? Who else did he play for? Did he play for the Niners?
No.
It's interesting to see these players become
Bucks.
coaches. Isn't it weird that?
What do you mean? Like where they go after their career?
Yeah. Like we're shifting over to the NBA anyways, but Luke Walton, like he was drafted the same year as LeBron James. Now he's a player, LeBron is, and Luke's the coach. Isn't that weird to you?
I never figured that he would amount to anything, and I don't understand why he's a coach and why players like him. You've never seen all that bright
He won a championship,
X's and O's guy, like
right? He won a couple championships with the Warriors.
Warriors, Lakers.
Warriors. Luke Walton, assistant coach. Remember when Kerr?
Yeah.
That's your team, right? The Warriors?
No.
No, what are you? Kings.
Yeah.
Kings.
Sad situation, but
We don't want to talk about them. Great ownership the Kings have. Are you excited for what the Kings have this year in 2018, 2019? See, I'm excited for the Lakers. We all know why. Because we have Josh Hart and Kyle Kuzma along with
LeBron.
the man, the myth, the legend, LeBron James, who doesn't look that great in preseason. Surprised he's even playing, so I'll take it.
Yeah, preseason.
Yeah, but I want to see some dunks, some no-look passes, something. The buzz is alive in LA. Is the buzz alive in Sacramento? I'm going to say it's getting there, right?
Yeah.
With the new ownership, the new arena opened up last year. But their team,
You're an NBA guy.
I don't think the team's there.
They've got the best pick of the young guys in any team in the NBA.
But that amounts to nothing
It
in
does.
the NBA.
You're correct. De'Aaron Fox is a great player. That guy out of North Carolina with the poofy hair. You know his name?
No.
I don't remember his name either. He's like a small forward.
Coaching staff is strong. Ownership is strong, which I like about the
talking
Kings.
about?
The Kings.
You like
I like the Indian guy. What's his name?
Ron
owner.
Adib? Vivek Ron Adib?
He seems like he truly cares about the city, the team,
Yeah.
and winning. Some of these big tech guys, what's that guy from Microsoft who bought out the Clippers?
Oh, I don't know.
He's
Paul
passionate.
Allen?
Yeah, passionate about basketball.
He's the guy who owns the Seahawks and the Trailblazers, Paul Allen.
That's not the. That's there's another guy, Microsoft guy. But it's cool that these tech guys, the nerds, quote unquote, are now heading some of these top NBA franchises.
Is it?
I think it is because they're all analytics, and you've seen the shift in baseball with the shift, no pun intended, but the shift is real in baseball. So the shift in the NBA is really going to be all stats. It's Moneyball in the NBA. Hopefully, that's what happens. So far, we're still seeing whatever team LeBron James goes to the NBA Finals.
Why are we even playing this season? I think this should just be a season of exhibition games. And then once Kevin Durant goes somewhere next year, the NBA can resume as far as like...
Why do you say that? You think the Warriors are just going to win again?
Of course. Not only do I think the Warriors are going to win, I think that there's literally no one in the East that can challenge them. I think that
The
LeBron...
Raptors are looking good.
I feel like you're saying that just to say something.
No. The Raptors were the best team.
$100 the Raptors don't make.
They make it to the finals this year.
You think the Raptors make the finals?
Yeah, $100?
50. Because I think Boston's going to make it. But
Now Boston's got to stay healthy. So
I think, how many games do you think Kawhi played?
all of them. He has to. Last year of his contract, he's got to show wherever he goes to, that he's going to stay there for the long haul. Unless he breaks like an ankle or tears an ACL or something, I think he plays the majority of the game. But the Raptors are a good team. The Rockets, good team.
They added Carmelo, right?
Yeah, but that's not, I mean,
But that's the only thing that like they changed, other than Chris Paul being healthy. I think that Cousins going to the Warriors isn't a big deal, but it gives them some breathing room. Like
When does he
someone else
get
out of the
healthy?
game, never. But when he's in the game, whenever he's healthy, he he's an attention person, right? So like that allows somebody to go sit out, but still needs you to pay attention to somebody. Right?
Yeah.
So you can't just like, okay, you can't catch up on the points that you missed out on while Steph Curry or Klay Thompson and Durant were in the game. They go to the bench and they leave Cousins in there, but you still have to focus on playing defense against somebody.
Yeah.
I think that won't last.
But if he's
more
not
than a
healthy,
year.
he's not playing, so it doesn't even matter.
That won't last more than a year because he's team cancer. Like he gets inside of a locker room and just destroys any sort of team chemistry.
He needs anger management, that's for sure. He's that guy.
He doesn't grow up.
I don't think he can. I think that's just his persona. I used to play with a guy like that all the time. He was just always angry about something. Whether your shoelaces are untied or you're not jogging, sprinting back, or not playing defense hard enough, he's always calling you out. He's always negative.
He's selfish.
So why would the Warriors sign a guy like that?
Guarantees a championship. He wants to play.
It does not guarantee a championship. There's no guarantees in the NBA.
I agree with that, but I think that solidifies that team that was already good enough. It gives everybody else more breathing room.
The only guarantee, I'll stand corrected, is that LeBron was going to make it to the finals if he stayed in the East.
Yes.
Now that he's in the West, I don't even think he makes it to the playoffs with this Laker team.
I don't think so at all. Well, yeah, I think so. I think they'll 7, 8 seed maybe.
That's pretty bad for LeBron. That's like his rookie year with the Cavs. They were 7th, 6th seed, made it to the playoffs. So you're saying the Lakers have no chance to even go top 3?
Yes. Top 3 are going to be
Warriors, Rockets, who else? Nuggets, maybe. Jazz,
maybe
we're
Jazz.
young.
I was thinking Jazz. They're good.
I think they might have a shot. Top 5. 7 or 8's pretty.
Let me run through the teams in my head. Minnesota.
You have the computer up. Don't,
Minnesota. Are they good?
No. Butler wants out, so their best player wants out. Kevin Durant's retired.
Does Giannis go to the finals in the East?
Milwaukee? Maybe.
Giannis?
No, they don't go to the finals. They go to the playoffs. Fumble. Cardinals recover. Going for 7. 6, I should say. Oh.
All right, let's take a quick break here.
No breaks. We're almost done.
We're almost done. Let's keep going then.
You gonna go potty?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Little child.
Too bad, son.
Little child bladder.
In conclusion, the NBA is just starting out. Preseason. Give me your preseason pick. Give me your preseason.
Golden State Warriors.
Warriors versus who in the East?
Celtics.
That's not a bad pick.
I think that they'll have Kyrie healthy, Gordon Hayward, and that
Healthy-ish.
Marcus Smart guy, and then whoever the guy was that came up out of nowhere who was the rookie. That's an interesting story. Who was the guy who was good? The Celtics guy?
I don't know.
He was like a young rookie, Jason somebody. Shoot.
It's all right. You're going to take too much time looking this up. My picks, unfortunately, are Warriors out of the West. And out of the East, it's
Jason Tatum, that's what I was thinking of.
it's a toss-up out of the East. You got the Cavs are still decent. They're not the Cavs with LeBron. The Celtics are the Celtics. And the
Cavs are
Raptors.
decent.
Cavs are still decent. They still got the Kevin Love. They still got that rookie point guard. What's his name? Second-year point guard. I forgot his name. Fine. Anyways, I'm going to go with the Raptors. Warriors-Raptors this year, first time ever. I'm a Laker fan. I want the Lakers to win. They should win. They will win eventually. But not this year. All right, folks. That's it from Tony Pepperoni, a.k.a. Lenny Tips, Ethan Landau. Maybe next week, Sax will be with us. Maybe not. Maybe
We'll be here.
We'll
Tony
be here.
Pepperoni,
At
Rancho
Tony
Bernardo.
Pepperoni. Hopefully, if they allow us back.
I mean, we got the couch reserved for us. That
Couches.
was pretty cool.
Yeah. We're
Comfortable couch.
very comfortable couch. Very comfortable couch for being minor celebrities that we are. Ethan has no clue how to fake to be a celebrity.
No.
Yeah, I got to train him on
More
that.
concerned.
You're more concerned that
I
we're
said more concerned.
Oh, yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
yeah. Okay. And one too many beers for Ethan Landau. All right, guys. Peace out.
Thank you. Take care. One too many beers. I had one beer. It's still hot.
Not too bad. It's still, it is. That's the best part.